More than 80% of people struggling with stubborn belly fat, low energy, and that trapped, stuck feeling don't actually have a simple weight problem. They have a liver problem. Think of your liver not only as a filter, but as the master control hub for your entire metabolism. When this vital organ becomes overloaded, sluggish, and congested by the constant demands of modern food, chemicals, and stress, its primary functions begin to break down. And one of the first functions to fail is efficient fat burning. Your body in a protective mode begins holding onto fat, especially around the abdomen, as a storage depot for toxins and a reserve for a system under attack. Today, we're moving beyond calorie counting and into the realm of true metabolic healing. I'm going to show you the 10 most powerful foods that actively repair, support, and decongest your liver. When you heal the liver, you don't just lose weight, you naturally switch your body's built-in fat-burning engine back on, sustainably and from the inside out. You must understand why the liver is the true commander of your weight and energy. This organ is your body's chief processing plant. It determines whether sugar from your food is used for energy or stored as fat, how existing fat is mobilized and burned for fuel, and how inflammation, the silent driver of weight gain and disease, is controlled. A tired, overworked liver becomes insulin resistant, stores fat inside its own cells, a condition called fatty liver, and sends hormonal signals that favor storage over burning. It's not that you're eating too much, it's that your liver is too overloaded to process what you're eating efficiently. Fix the liver and the entire system recalibrates. Weight loss becomes a side effect of restored function, not a battle of willpower. And food number 1 on this list is the strongest trigger for this process, but only if you eat it the right way. We're going to build the list from supportive to transformative. One moment, please. 99% of you watching are not subscribed. Your subscription and like are the best way to support this work. Thank you. Now, let's begin. 10. Eggs, the fat export nutrient. The problem isn't dietary fat, it's the liver's ability to process and export fat. Eggs are one of the best sources of choline, a vitamin-like nutrient essential for packaging fat out of the liver and into the bloodstream where it can be used for energy. Without enough choline, fat becomes trapped inside the liver, slowing metabolism. How to eat them for maximum effect. Eat 2 eggs, boiled, poached, or as an omelet with vegetables. Have them in the morning or as an early dinner. Crucially, do not eat them with refined carbohydrates like toast or muffins. Pairing them with carbs forces the liver to prioritize sugar metabolism over fat export, weakening the benefit. 9. Broccoli, the detox enzyme booster. Liver detoxification is not some vague concept. It's a 2-phase enzymatic process. Broccoli, and especially broccoli sprouts, contain sulforaphane, a compound that strongly upregulates these phase 2 detoxification enzymes. This helps your liver neutralize and eliminate environmental toxins, excess hormones, and metabolic waste that would otherwise drive inflammation and fat storage. How to eat it? Lightly steam about 1 cup of broccoli. This breaks down the cell walls, making the sulforaphane more available than in raw form. Pair it with a quality protein source like those eggs or salmon to supply the amino acids needed for detox pathways. 8. Garlic, the liver fat switch. Garlic is rich in allicin and selenium compounds that activate liver enzymes responsible for clearing toxins. More importantly, studies show it can help reduce liver fat buildup and support the breakdown of fatty deposits. How to eat it. Use 1 small clove, crushed or minced, and add it to cooked foods, sauces, soups, and vegetables. Crushing activates the allicin. Avoid consuming large amounts on a completely empty stomach, which can irritate some people. Let it work in synergy with your meal. Quick reset. These first 3 build the foundation. Now we move into foods that directly target stored fat and liver circulation. 7. Avocado, the liver fat exporter. This is a perfect example of using healthy fat to burn stored fat. Avocados are loaded with monounsaturated fats and glutathione, a master antioxidant your liver desperately needs to protect its cells during detoxification. The healthy fats signal the liver that it's safe to release stored fat for energy. How to eat it? Eat half an avocado with a protein-rich meal. The fat and protein combination provides stable energy and deep liver support. Avoid pairing it with sugary dressings or blending it into sweet smoothies that send mixed metabolic signals. 6. Beets, liver blood flow support. A congested liver has reduced circulation. Beets are rich in nitrates and antioxidants called betalains that increase blood flow to the liver, improving filtration capacity and helping thin bile so the liver can excrete waste more easily. How to eat it? Have a small portion, about half a cup of boiled, roasted, or baked beets, 2 to 3 times per week. Beets are also high in natural sugars, so moderation matters. Think of them as medicinal support, not an everyday staple. Attention reset. Now we escalate to foods that directly influence the hormones and inflammation-driving fat storage. 5. Salmon, insulin and fat controller. Fatty fish like salmon deliver the essential omega-3 fatty acids EPA and DHA. These are powerful anti-inflammatory compounds that directly reduce liver inflammation and fat infiltration, steatosis. They also improve insulin sensitivity, signaling the liver to stop converting every calorie into stored fat. How to eat it? Aim for a 4 to 6 ounce serving, baked or pan-fried with herbs 2 to 3 times per week. Avoid sugary glazes or heavy breading. The goal is pure omega-3 delivery. 4. Cooked leafy greens, the liver drainage system. While all greens are beneficial, cooked leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are especially powerful. Cooking increases the bioavailability of their minerals and chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a strong blood purifier, and the magnesium and folate in these greens support the liver's countless enzymatic reactions. They act like a gentle broom for the system. How to eat them? Always eat them cooked, sautéed, or steamed, and always with a healthy fat like olive oil or avocado oil. The fat is necessary for absorbing their fat-soluble vitamins and makes their detox compounds more effective. Open loop. The health of your liver is inseparable from the health of your gut. This is the gut-liver axis. 3. Fermented foods, the gut-liver guardian. An unhealthy gut leaks bacterial byproducts, endotoxins, directly to the liver through the portal vein, creating constant inflammation and fat storage signals. Fermented foods like kefir, sauerkraut, and plain yogurt repopulate the gut with beneficial bacteria that strengthen the gut lining, reducing this toxic load on the liver. How to eat them? A small daily portion is the key. A few tablespoons of sauerkraut or a small cup of plain kefir. Consistency beats quantity. This is about daily maintenance, not a monthly cleanse. 2. Turmeric, the cellular inflammation blocker. Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, is one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories. It protects liver cells from damage, supports regeneration of healthy liver tissue, and reduces inflammatory pathways that drive insulin resistance and fat storage in the liver. How to use it? Add it to food daily, in soups, on vegetables, in eggs. Crucially, always combine it with a pinch of black pepper. Piperine and black pepper can increase curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. A fat source like coconut oil can enhance absorption even further. Hard reset. Now for the most powerful direct trigger for daily liver and fat-burning function. 1. Bitter greens. The fat-burning trigger. This is the secret weapon. The bitter taste of greens like arugula, dandelion greens, and radicchio is not accidental. Bitterness on the tongue triggers a vagus nerve signal that instructs the liver and gallbladder to produce and release bile. Bile is not only for digesting fats, it's the vehicle that carries metabolized fat and toxins out of the liver and into the intestines for excretion. No bile flow, no fat burning. How to eat them? Consume a small handful of these bitter greens 10 to 15 minutes before your main meal. This primes the liver, stimulates bile flow, and ensures the fats you eat are properly digested and used, not stored. The common mistake that cancels everything. People will faithfully eat these 10 foods, but simultaneously destroy their liver with 3 things: liquid sugar, sodas, juices, sweet coffees, alcohol, and late-night meals. Sugar floods the liver, forcing it to manufacture fat. Alcohol is a direct liver toxin. Eating late gives the liver no rest window for repair. These habits must be addressed for the foods to work. Bonus, the morning liver reset drink. Ingredients: 1 cup warm water, 1 teaspoon fresh lemon juice, 2 teaspoon raw apple cider vinegar. How? Drink this first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Wait 20 minutes before eating. Effect: this gentle acidity stimulates bile production, improves morning digestion, reduces bloating, and sets a fat-burning detoxifying tone for the day. Your 14-day daily liver plan. Yes to protein with every meal, cooked vegetables, a daily bitter green starter, healthy fats, and finishing dinner at least 3 hours before bed. No to liquid sugars, processed snacks, and excessive alcohol. Do this consistently for 2 weeks. You are not dieting. You are running a liver rescue mission. If you're ready for real sustainable change, if you want fat loss that comes from health, not hunger, then your journey starts here. Subscribe to this channel for more protocols that target the root cause. Like this video if you found this reframe powerful. Now I need to know which of these 10 liver-healing foods you will commit to adding first. Write it in the comments below. Your commitment inspires others. Because true lasting fat loss doesn't start with a brutal hour in the gym. It starts quietly, deep inside your body. The moment your liver stops fighting a daily battle for survival and finally gets the support it needs to work for you.